first of all, this show is nuts. I
Yeah.
remember seeing the casting call and thinking, like, do I want to audition for this, to apply? And I realized I didn't have what it takes. So my first question to both of you is, how did you know that you can like be on this show and play the mental game and play the games? Like, what kind of clicked for you?
That's a good question. I think we're naturally just confident people. And I think obviously we in our job is like content creation, we already put ourselves out there and stuff. So I think that helps in that aspect.
Yeah.
So we're good at like meeting people, like so I just felt confident that no matter what happens, we're just gonna just play our best and that's it.
For me, it's like I like adventure. Like we do YouTube videos where we put ourselves in crazy positions where we're going to haunted mines and stuff and like swim with sharks and stuff. So putting myself in an intense situation is kind of ideal for me because that's what I thrive in and I
Yeah.
like doing that sort of stuff. So
Like the experience was exciting and that's what we like to do.
exactly right. Yeah.
I was rooting for both of you for very different reasons. You know, Viper, you are so observant and strategic, and I kind of like the calm. And Mark, you're me as a player. Like I'm like a ball of emotion, and I'm a big old nerd. But I want to start with that. Mark, what was kind of the vision of your strategy heading into this game? Because you did lead with kindness, and you seem to just stay true to yourself the whole way through. I'm curious what your expectations were.
Thank you. That is so nice to hear. Yeah, my big thing is I'm a big fan of the show. Like, I love the script of the show. I love the first season. My friend Dash was in the first season. Iconic 141. He's the best. But my big thing was I wanted to be truthful to who I am. I wanted to make friends. I didn't want to think about the money until I got to like top 30. I was there to make friends and see like what this experience is. I wanted to experience the whole thing. I'm big on experiences. So that thing of like, oh my God, I'm in this weird, scary dystopian prison situation with guards walking around all the time, even when the cameras like might not be rolling. Like you see guards everywhere, and you're like, okay, who can I talk with? Like Viper and I became close in the game, so that I don't know if that's in the show or not, but it's that thing of like you go in there and have an open heart and hope it goes well.
So outside of this challenge, I do a lot of work to just sort of be in tune with my own energy. That's just kind of always how I've been. And I knew that going into this game, it would work in my favor because there's such a volume of people and energy that if you don't have the ability to just sort of ground yourself, you are in jeopardy of just like losing the plot. So I wanted to make sure that every single time there was a new challenge or a new game, that I was taking it in, weighing all of my options out and then making the best decision from there that wasn't necessarily connected to my emotions. And it's tricky to navigate because you're going to be super emotional in this pressure cooker environment, whether you are, in like an extrovert, an introvert, if you are very secure in yourself, things are different here. So it was a challenge, but ultimately, I think that my sort of ability to sort of temper moments, it worked in my favor.
Because we play games all the time just at home anyway and like with friends and this and that, so we're very used to just learning a game at the moment and just adapting to it. So I think that just helps a lot when we're in there just understanding the game and getting it and like knowing what to do in the game. So
Yeah, for me
Which
it's
quite
like pentathlon. So I actually brought Gonji with me into my hotel room to practice it.
Nice.
And I went from not being able to do the single like one to being able to do the whole thing, even like throwing it in the back of the hand and then catching
Yeah.
it. So the fact that I was able to practice that and stuff, I saw that's my game. I'm doing that. So I had to do that.
If I don't think if you practiced that enough, we would have passed that triathlon.
Yeah, that's lucky. I sometimes got like I had thoughts in my brain like, is there any point in doing this? Like, it's probably not. I might not even get the chance to do it. So the fact that I just thought, let's just do it, just practice it. If it is, you're prepared. It's lucky.
There was a lot of talk about these built-in alliances, the fact that you guys are twins. There was a mother, the father-daughter group. But I think on the flip side of that, it's also your target, and there's the inevitable split that will happen. So preparing for that kind of emotional journey, knowing that one of you is not going to make it, what was kind of conversations you had prior to actually joining the game?
Well, I mean, for us, it's like we're going to do our best. We hopefully will be able to do it together and see how far we can get together. So, separating that first game was pretty crazy, and it was a bit like, damn, like realistically, one of us isn't going through, one of us is. Happy for you if you do, but you're happy for me if I do as well. So
we were a team. Like honestly, like from the start, we knew we were going to split the money. So even if one of us is going out, we knew that we were doing it together. So yeah.
I mean, I was excited to talk to like 80% of the people there in a heartbeat. Like they're people I would want to talk to. Like, I lived in New York for 15 years. I work in customer service. I'm an actor. It's that thing of like, I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. I gravitated the most towards August, player 111. That dude became my dude like instantly, and like we became so close. And we got closer since. But like, there weren't people I was afraid to talk to or anything like that. It was like people I'm like less like, okay, this is who I have to. Because like in theory, you want people that you could like, oh, I don't know them, I can eliminate them. You know? Well, I was so excited to meet these people from different walks of life, from different parts of the world, and everything like that.
I never necessarily go out of my way to form bonds because in life, and this isn't even like a flex, but people just, if it's meant to be, they approach me and then we just hit it off organically. And I wanted to continue to foster that sort of genuine nature throughout my alliances and my relationships in the game. And I think that it allowed me clarity in decision making and just how I wanted to navigate things, because I had this sort of filtration system throughout all of the experience of, okay, I know for a fact this is a person that I would trust outside of this game, so I don't feel any sort of apprehension telling them things. And it just made things a lot easier for me that way.
You're essentially trapped in a prison. And I was just wondering, for all contestants, like, what does that do? Like, not knowing what time it is, not having natural light in the room. Like, how does that kind of mess with the mental game?
Yeah, it does take a toll, man. I mean, you don't know the time and stuff. Day and night doesn't matter. You could be up at night, sleep at day and stuff. And then, you know, the sleep is crazy and the food is just all comes together, and it does make your brain a bit mushy and stuff.
It takes a toll as well, basically. It takes a toll. Like, I can't, even like when I barely had any sleep the next night because I'm so wired. Like what's going to be the next game? I just can't sleep anyway. So
and you need to be on it. You know, these games are so intense. You need to be at your best. So the fact you got barely any sleep, don't really eat that well, it's a spiral.
Before I go, I just want a quick yes or no. Would you come back given an opportunity to another Squid Game, the challenge?
In a heartbeat.
Maybe. if the food got better, yes.
That porridge. Oh.
100%. I want to
walk through that gate again, like I did when I showed myself that I wasn't eliminated at the start. I want to do that again, but this time with him.
That would be insane. We have to. They have to. Come on, they can figure something smart they can do to get us back in the games. Come on.